On this episode of Travis Buying Things You Can't Afford, I picked up a 2015 Jeep Wrangler. Let's get into it. So, yeah, I just picked up another project. Wait, hold on a sec here. Yes, I did complete the SX250 project. That is from start to finish, complete. With that said, yes, I picked up a 2015 Jeep Wrangler. I can't say I necessarily had the money to do this whole project that I'm about to show, but when an opportunity presents itself the way it did, I wanted to jump on it. So the story with this Jeep is I was working and my business partner, he lived off of Jefferson Street here in Windsor. Every time that I would go to pick him up or drop him off at his house, I'd notice this red Jeep Wrangler out front. And for about 3 or 4 weeks that I actually seen this, I didn't end up trying to knock on his door because I figured it's a newer vehicle, they're going to be asking too much for it, or they have something going on with insurance or something like that. My market is usually older vehicles for beater cars, $200 vehicles that I can strip and do stuff like that. But now I'm trying to get into the bigger game of doing car rebuilds, dirt bike rebuilds, and stuff that I like doing more and I'm more proud of doing. So when I seen this Jeep Wrangler, in a way, it was kind of something telling me that this is the perfect situation. Now with that said, it was something telling me that I should take advantage of this situation and this opportunity, but I was very hesitant because I just poured a lot of money into this 2017 SX250 project and I just had the case break on it. One of the days that I was dropping off my business partner at his place, he had mentioned to me the Jeep. He says, "Hey, I see the Jeep there and I've been seeing it for a few weeks. I see that you've been taking notice of it as well. Have you went and knocked on that guy's door or asked him about it?" And I replied with a simple, "No, I don't know anything about it." So I really didn't want to knock on the door and waste my time because I think there's something wrong with insurance. He says, "Okay," and I dropped him off. But I had an instinct the second that he left the van where I says, you know what, I should probably go back down the street and knock on that guy's door. When I dropped off my business partner at his place, I went to go knock on this person's door. But before I even got in the driveway, I was following this car down the street, and this car turned their blinker right to get in the driveway that I was looking for. So I figured, okay, great, I'll park on the road right in front of the Jeep and I'll wait for them to get out of their car and I'll roll down the window. Well, it was a little bit weird because I just sat there on the road and the person literally sat there in their car. I don't know what they're doing on their phone or something like that, but as I was sitting on the road, they just didn't get out of their car. It was a good 3 or 4 minutes that I was waiting there and I thought, this is getting a little bit awkward. So I figured I'm gonna leave the van and I'm gonna go and knock on this guy's door myself. So as I was approaching the door, the girl actually got out of her van as well, and I asked her if she was the owner of the place or she knew who the owner was. And she says, well, the owner's inside, I'm actually about to go get my kids. I go to the door and she gets the owner for me, and I started getting into a conversation with the owner, and the owner was interested in selling it. So after talking to the owner a little bit, we negotiated a price and he was very eager to sell it. He didn't know what he wanted to do with it, so he wanted to get it out of his driveway. And we're not talking about a county driveway here, it's a city driveway, so it's very small and he wanted to get rid of it. So that same day I was able to write up the receipt, get the ownership, and get the tow truck to come pick up the Jeep. Now the very first time that I seen this Jeep, I knew that it was gonna be a project. I seen the front end was caved in the driveway and it seemed like one of the frame rails was either touching the ground or was getting very close to. So I knew that there was gonna be some extensive frame damage or something wrong with the front suspension and axle. So I knew that it was gonna be extensive work and probably costing right around the $10,000 range to get something like this done. So I knew what I was getting into. So without further ado, I got the Jeep home, I paid the tow truck driver $120 to get the Jeep back to my place, and I did a bit of a walk around with it for you guys. All right, tow truck's leaving. Let's see what she looks like inside. Door's good on the inside. Some pieces of, oh, it's a wheel well there. Airbag. There we are. Another airbag. Yeah, I couldn't put it in neutral even if I wanted to. 4x. I got a backpack.
You got a radio? Umbrella?
Oh, still have a deal with the umbrella. What's this? The radio. Fucking radio. How does this top come up?
Oh, this watch. Phil had it.
Thank you guys for coming all the way to the end of the video. If you guys want to see more parts of this Jeep build, go on ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and hey, if you guys are working on anything cool, leave it in the comments. Have a good one. We'll see you in the next one. Subscribe. We'll see you in the next one. Subscribe. Hit the button. Get that red going white, bud. Subscribe. Subscribe.